Hello and welcome back to Comic Studio, and today let's get on to Mindhack Comic Studio as we're going to be getting into this one. Perhaps this is not going to be all the way that I just completely show up some spoilers. Even there must be five characters in a total, which means they're probably like the good guys and the bad guys are the patients as well. The hotfix persons, like anything perhaps that I'm not pretty about to do for a long time for something about you. So that contains around about Japanese language. So Mindhack is owned by Vodakademo. Vodkademo. Oh right, but probably this isn't going to be for exactly that I'm going to be try to translate it for one thing as well. So the first thing, this isn't going to be not bad at all. But all of them, there must be a bunch of guys over here. So I'm not going to be using for some kind of character as well. And especially for the SCP soldier gods, like anything as well. But I'm not very sure. This isn't going to be exactly what it's saying. So, we're going to be looking all of the comics that we're about to see that we're going to looking for this. As we're probably going to be getting into somewhere over here that contains for ad pop-ups and a lot more to do this as well. So this is absolutely that how you mind it off for as well. If you don't mind one of these ad pop-ups, unfortunately, this is actually going to give ourselves a prosecution for one here. So, let's get around here for all comics, but we're not going to be showing this anyway. So, probably that must be for some other kinds of like those things. There were 12 comic posts over anything about here. So, this is actually going to be for exactly here. And I cannot believe this won't be this way anyway. So the first comic post of this comic studio about the mind hack was right over here. So this isn't going to be for this thing as well. So the first thing is actually for testing itself. So I'm bringing right here for getting around for this thing as well. So I wasn't able to be trying to see this as well, so as we're gonna be looking for this. So let's get right back to Mindhack Comic Studio. These ad pop-ups are getting worse around here for a long time. I won't be able to be added for something else, especially for one of the guys as well for somewhere. Now let's get around here for the patients around as well for some sort of like this. The characters are the doctor. And as we're looking all the way closer down for like someone to do this, the nearby god could be actually for this guy as well. Rebecca Thorne, there's experienced god as one over here, and Mickey is probably, I'm not very sure. We're not going to be looking at her for a long time. And the patients are Unite, the Ivrig, there's Sino, or the Sino, like over here, com_Z and Hugo. So probably for one of those guys are completely total enemies around here. So one of these guys that these images are not ripped from the game and taken from screenshots as per Vocademo's terms of service. I probably used that I wasn't going to be able to be sure. To be fair for that, I'm going to find out that what it is that we're going to be taking for the opportunity to do this. What I just going to be making for themselves, let's translate to the Italian language that we probably going to be for around here. So this is absolutely how the languages works. So I'll be switching to right over here to English, and it says here, these images are not from the game, but from screenshots in accordance with Vocademo's terms of use. I use translator, so I apologize if the Japanese isn't perfect. You still hear me out that I'm still speechless, but don't worry, I'm still on my hand and my mind as well. I'm still going to get things a little bit better soon. That I wasn't going to be actually that we're going to be saying these images from not the game, but from screenshots in the accordance with Vocademo's terms of use. I used translator, that eventually using the translator about this or the other kinds of the websites overall, and if the Japanese isn't perfect around here. But that means that Google isn't going to be using for perfect timing about Japanese language, and German language could be for around as well. So I hopefully that the German language isn't going to be for around here. So I'm just going to look for German. So yes, this is probably going to be for without further ado. So the German language should actually that hopefully work. Of course, this is a German language that we probably going to be speaking about. So, and by the way that we're going to be continuing this video, that I absolutely using to turn on the spoilers as well. You're already seeing for some of the dangerous, like those things, the killers as well, like Noli and Azur and Guest 666 and the King. So I not already know about here, so I already know about the characters and the killers that I already found out that I just never probably going to be will. So all of the characters that are absolutely completed as well, and especially there must be Jane Doe. So I'm not very sure that I just totally forgot in a previous amount of videos, and nothing previous amount of videos that I just probably found it out that I just never able to be saying this. So probably like those guys as well, and Silver Bell Cookie have just on its way for one thing. So it completely reloads back to it where it came from, and nothing like anything as well. Probably like the Japanese language isn't gonna be for a little bit perfect as well. So nothing perfect is going to be for at least, and many more items and other kinds of things are never exist away for a long time as well. Everything might should be coming up soon, but the submitted sprites has never where to be exist. So I won't be able to do for sometimes that we're not gonna be finding out what is going on next. So that hopefully that we're gonna be ending up for this video, that I'm not gonna be telling you why, that I just gonna add something right over here, that no drafts have just to be made as well for it literally being possible. I already say this is actually going to be for one reason that we're just trying to find out, even though there must be a total of 10 characters and all of these sprites in 2 platforms or some kind of like anything as well. It will 2 other categories. There must be 2 categories in a total, and 12 comic posts in a total, and anything as well. I'm not probably sure that isn't gonna be for around here. It was built by Electric Dreams and anything as well, and probably there must be more around here for some kind of like this. I wouldn't believe that is going to be for taking for so long, and I was hopeless for about of this thing as well. So you should not absolutely go into visit this site because their anime characters are everywhere for some kind of reference. It definitely could be yes. So thanks for watching, for all your support, but don't forget to be at age of 18 to access this comic creator, and also that is linked is going to be description here and there to browse some comics whenever you want. And of course, this is actually going to be that I'll sign off as well, but don't forget to search wisely to find out what is going to be, or searching for some kind of comic post, what is interesting for the kids and other kinds like anything as well. But I'm not very sure that wouldn't be for everybody as well. So thanks for watching, and I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later. and that doesn't, hopefully that wouldn't be able to be doing this again, or whenever that I won't able to add some characters anyway. So just adding a SCP god that I wasn't going to be for asking for. So thankfully, have a good day for a little bit for one time, and probably don't get caught by the AI has tracking you down for the whole website. That's the bad news from Anything It Goes from a few days ago, and even though that the Child Safety Act was a few weeks ago. So thanks again, and have a very safe day for all of you mini lads and everyone themselves.